When given fractions like 32/8 and 57/6, it's pretty easy to get intimidated. After all, have you ever gone to a birthday party and asked for 57/6 slices of cake? Of course not. But I hold the key to the secret of taming these unruly beasts who plague your math worksheets. Just simplify them. Oftentimes in mathematics, when given a tough problem, it's far easier to break it into smaller parts to help you get to the whole. Even professional mathematicians do this all the time to help them out with their math homework. So, how might you apply this to fractions? Simplifying a fraction essentially means showing the same numerical value in its most basic form. In other words, having the smallest numbers on the top and bottom as possible. To understand what this really means, let's work backwards for a second. Say I have a really large, delicious pizza, but I'm not hungry for the entire thing, so I cut it in half. But picking up an entire half of a pizza is messy and inconvenient, so I'm going to divide the pizza further, say into 8 sections. I'm still going to have 1/2 of the pizza here, but notice that I now have 4 slices within my dinner. So, as you can see, 4/8 is exactly the same as 1/2, just with larger numbers to represent it because the pizza was divided into more parts. Okay, so you have the central intuition for how this works. Let's take it a step further. When we have a fraction like 4/8, where we know that it can be simplified, we want to look for something in common between the numerator and the denominator. By thing, I mean a common factor, or whole numbers that you can multiply together to get the number you want. In the example of 4/8, we know that you can multiply 4 and 2 together to get 8. Do you see the match on the top and bottom? When this occurs, you can cancel these numbers out of the fraction entirely, as 4 divided by 4, dividing 4 things into 4 groups, is the exact same as 1. What are you left with? 1/2. Congratulations, you just simplified the fraction. Alright, let's step up our game. Take the example of 32/8 from the beginning of the video. What are the common factors of 32 and 8? Wait, can't 8 be divided into 32? Yes, 8 times 4 is 32. Write out this factoring, cancel out your 8s, and boom, you got a simple 4/1, or in English, just 4. Finally, let's really show these fractions what we've got with 57/6, so you know how much cake you're asking for at your next birthday party. In practice, you could definitely factor out 57 and 6, but in cases with improper fractions like this one, or where the numerator is larger than the denominator, I like to think, okay, how many whole number of times can 6 be added to fit within 57? If you're the wizards with your times tables that I know you are, you would know that 6 can be multiplied by 9 to get 54. That leaves you with a remainder of 3. Alright, let's write this as a mixed number. 9 and 3 6. Write out your factors of 3 and 6, cancel out your 3's, and woohoo! You've just simplified 57/6 into 9 and 1/2. That's a lot of cake, but I know you can eat it all. If you did want to factor, the factors of 57 are 1, 3, 19, and 57. The factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3, and 6. You could expand the numerator to 3 times 19 and the denominator to 2 times 3. Cancel out your 3's and you're left with 19 halves. 2 can be repeatedly added to itself 9 times to reach 18, and you're left with a remainder of 1. Heck yeah, our answer's matched. Either way is acceptable, and I would even recommend trying both ways to check your work, if you have time, of course. Happy simplifying!